welcome back. Well, you saw the thumbnail that's in the box, and I paid $3.99 for this microphone. Now, I am missing a part, and that's the plastic case that clips onto this thing here and, you know, stores your USB cable in there. So, on the go, everything's in one little spot, which I don't really care, you know, that's missing. Although it would have been kind of nice to have it. But the way this works, obviously, is you can hook it up to your laptop to have a much better quality microphone, or even to your main computer system to have, you know, a sit-on microphone on your monitor and your regular computer. Now, this thing does work on both Mac and PC, and it doesn't matter what operating system you're running. It is fully plug and play, and away you go. And, of course, that is the microphone I'm actually using right now for this video, so you can get a pretty good idea of what the sound quality is like as far as talking with it, because it is designed for, you know, basically for, you know, doing Skype and, you know, stuff you do with a webcam microphone kind of thing. But we are going to try it with music, and as you guys know, I've got an injury on my wrist, so this noise you're about to hear is me tightening up my wristband on my splint so I can play guitar. And we're going to try guitar and vocal. Good news though, I am back to playing my left-handed guitar, so I am quite happy with that. And I'm not hurting myself anymore doing the F chord, so that's awesome. So anyway, let's give this a spin for a little bit of music and see what kind of quality of sound it produces. And I will be doing one of my own songs just because, you know, YouTube. I think that's pretty good for a sound sample with music. Now, I have listened to a other YouTuber that did a little bit of music as well, and, you know, it sounded fairly good. Now, I don't know if he was using a Mac or a PC. Audio inputs, Macintosh sound systems versus PCs are different in how they handle things. So, but of course, when you're listening to stuff, especially music and gear stuff, you really want to have some good quality speakers on your computer or in your monitor type headphones, something that's quality, so you get a good sound reproduction. But either way, I mean, $3.99 to me, even with the missing plastic casing, is definitely a steal. Especially when we're looking at the Amazon webpage here. Now, this microphone, I've tracked it backwards, at least on YouTube. The oldest video on this exact mic goes back over 12 years ago. And yet it is still selling on Amazon here at $103.28 Canadian. Now, I'm going to go on the assumption that every YouTube video I saw was not Canadians, it was Americans, because the price was $40. Now, translating even 12 years back US to Canadian, that was still probably a time period when our dollar was worth even less than what it is now. But even nowadays, I mean, I don't know. I didn't check Amazon.com for a current price, but, you know, still, yeah, I think it's a pretty decent mic overall. I've done some testing before this video myself, obviously, so that I can tell you what I thought about it. And I gotta tell you, I like how it does pick up. I think it does put out a very, very good quality sound. Even just doing the whole guitar thing like I just did with you guys and picking up the vocals. Now, the microphone itself, too, will swivel 360 degrees. So if you need to put it on different angles, etc., okay? that can work for you. Although keep in mind, you are also tied down to a USB cable. Now, one of the things I do want to point out in this ad on Amazon, which I found was utterly ridiculous, is the simple fact that they say here of number of batteries, 1 lithium-ion battery required. That is incorrect information, okay? This thing does not use batteries at all, nor is it wireless. It is definitely fixed USB only, okay? And it gets its power from the USB bus. So anyways, but it's great for podcasting, internet, phone calls, voice recognition software, movie narration, and they say music, but of course they're not getting into specifics. But I think it's pretty good for music. It's not as good as my Shure Studio mic that I have attached to my computer for doing, free play music like I just did. I don't think it's as good as my Shure, but it is still really good nonetheless. I mean, now I don't know if it's really, 12 years later is worth $103 or not, but if it's still something that's currently available, then, well, I guess we could say it's probably somewhere in that area. But it did start out at $40 new 12 years ago. Inflation does happen. Supply chains, you know how it all works right now with this world that's still a little bit upside down yet. But I think overall it's probably, it's probably fair considering this is geared toward laptops, but you can also use it on a regular computer like I am. You can pop it on your screen. It's designed to mount on a screen, but you can actually have it on the table, which is actually where I have mine right now. But you will have to make sure that you lean the microphone headpiece back, because if it's sitting too up and down, vertical, or forward, it's just going to fall over. So forward, that is. But by pitching it back a little bit, you can sit it on the table. It works great for that sort of thing. Just that where I have to have it plugged into, the distance to my screen, I would have to actually put a USB extension cable on or get a much longer cable, which I think I actually have the same style kicking around here that's a 10-footer. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. But anyways, so I would agree with the majority vote here. There's been over 654 ratings. So we have an average area of 4 stars out of 5. I think that I would definitely say the same thing. It is definitely there. But if you are buying this in specifics to doing music recording in a free air situation, then I would suggest finding something much better quality, because although this is pretty good, it's nowhere near professional level, okay, for doing that sort of thing. But for doing everything else that they list, yes, it is definitely fine. And if you're doing like TikTok videos where there's music, quick and dirty TikTok, I mean, people are not doing high-end audio reproductions. So yeah, it would work good for playing your instrument and singing, and, or just playing an instrument and having it pick it up that way. It does a really good job. So I'm with everybody on the 4 out of 5. I think, though, the price should definitely come down. Somewhere probably in the Canadian market area. I think this thing should be somewhere around $60, to be honest. I think the price is a little bit high for what we're getting here, considering it's also 12-year-old technology. And technology has come up a long ways. I didn't pay all that much more for my Shure Studio grade mic, and so you got to kind of look at that as well. And it's a desk mic that sits on a stand, and I can angle it as well. I can change, left and rights with it, and if I want to go 360, I can. But I also have different recording type features with that mic too. So I have a lot more features packed in for only I think it was about $10 or $15 difference than this one. So you have to take that into consideration too, of what else is out there on the market, anyways, so that's pretty much about where I'm at with this thing. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I will also have the link in the video description box too. So if you are interested in this one, the Amazon.ca link will be there for sure. But if you are in an area of outside of Canada where you need to deal with Amazon.com or some other Amazon outfit, just type in blue Snowflake microphone, and if your Amazon website for where your country is sells it, you can decide for yourself if it's something that you want to buy. Okay? Otherwise, keep checking out other YouTube videos too for different mics. Check out my Shure mic video. I believe they call it the MB5 if I remember correctly off the top of my head. Check that out on my channel, and it can kind of give you a good bit of a comparison too. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for hanging out for this, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.